G'day folks, Ben from Snows. Today we're down here at the Adelaide Camping, Caravan and Outdoor Sale. A little bit noisy in the background, hopefully you can hear me right, but I'm on the 23-0 stand and I want to show you the new Sabre Vertex. This is the latest or updated version of the original Sabre rooftop tent. Now it has an updated hinge and strut here that's all contained inside the shell. Updated roof rack system that's really adjustable. All updated shell here in extrusions. It comes complete with everything you need to be able to mount an awning on the side, plus more features. We're going to take you for a full walkthrough of the outside and have a look on the inside, so stick around for all of those details right after this. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe below. Now let's jump into the product. Starting with the basics, the tent alone is 78 kilos. Add 6 kilos for the roof bars and the backbone system on the top. Add 5 kilos for the ladder, and you've got a total of about 89 kilos for everything on top of your vehicle. Measures 2.25 meters in length, 1.45 meters in width, and the tent alone is 18 centimeters in height. Add 5 centimeters for the roof rails on top and about another 2.5 centimeters for the mounting rails on the bottom. Have you got just under 30 centimeters in height on top of your vehicle. So a bit of a walk around on the outside. We'll start at this end here with the materials. That's the 280 GSM ripstop poly cotton canvas, the same canvas they've used on the Sabre all along. These are all aluminium extrusions. They're just all new shapes, so all new design with the extrusions. Same with all these, all aluminium components. You've then got stainless steel components throughout as well, and all the hinges. And this is a PVC coated heavy duty mesh here. It's got really nice balance of being heavy duty, but also nice and see-through. So starting at the very back here, the Sabre has been updated to have this lift section here. So more foot room inside, but also better ventilation because you've got a mesh vent in this side here. So you've got 2 brackets to close it down. So if you're mounting it close to something else, you just need enough space to get in there and open and close these brackets, but otherwise this lifts straight up. The forward of that is the updated hinge. This is a longer throw hinge than the Sabre used to have, which makes the opening and closing of this tent much smoother. Check out our other video for details on that. And the strut here too is, and the hinge, both the strut and the hinge are contained inside the actual shell of the tent. So this seal here closes down and contains these inside, so none of this is exposed to the moisture or dirt or dust as you're driving around. It's all contained inside. And above that is the updated roof rack system. This takes around about 15 kilos. This backbone system here can be adjusted back and forward, and there's also multiple mounting points for the 2 rails on top there, so you can customize how far apart those roof rails are. It takes about 15 kilos and is perfect for Maxtrax or a solar panel on top of your Vertex rooftop tent. So moving forward from that, you can see you've got this M8 mounting channel along the side here. You get the 4 of these riser brackets for your awning here. These are designed specifically for use with an awning on the side. Show you a bit more on that when we get to the other side, because it's designed specifically to be able to mount an awning directly on the side. And these just slide at the end here, so you've got access for the bolts and the channels in here. Above that, you can see we've got the awning that was always on the Sabre that comes around the side here to give protection over this door. The door's a double door mesh on the outside, solid on the middle. The other thing I didn't mention too is there's an extra vent here as well. You've got ventilation just behind the hinge here too. So you've got heaps and heaps of ventilation in the Vertex here. Forward of that door, you've got a little fixed mesh window section there. Now this is just a little bit of a windbreak. So if you've got, sitting at the end here, it's going to cut a bit of wind and stuff coming in around here, or vice versa if you like. So it just adds a little bit more wind protection, weather protection. And the awning then comes out over the main entrance here. Another double door there that seals down. You've got 2 brackets underneath here for the ladder to hook over. 2 more riser brackets there for the awning poles. And these are the clips that you use to secure the whole tent down. Around to this side here, all the features are the same, except we do have, in this setup, there is an awning attached to the side of the rooftop tent here. So you've got those channels here for bolts. You've also got channels on the bottom. You get 2 of these awnings included with the Vertex. So these secure underneath here and in the channel on the side there. 2 of them to be able to mount this awning on the side. You've then got the riser brackets for the awning poles here that sit above the awning. So you can mount an awning on the side of the rooftop tent, use the rooftop tent's awning poles and everything without your 270 or your 180 awning or whatever impeding on being able to use your rooftop tent fully. Coming down this side, all the same features with the double door and the vent here. You do have a little Anderson port up underneath here, so you can plug your power, 12 volt power straight into the rooftop tent, and then you've got power accessories inside the tent as well, USB that you can run the lights on. The last thing I want to try and show you while I'm on this side is I'll jump up and point to you the features on the roof rack system here. So you've got this backbone system here. 3 bolts there that sit in the channel on the side, and you can adjust this back and forward. If you've got a bit of weight on there, you don't want it too far forward because it's going to want to sort of close the tent down, but you can customize where these sit. You could further customize the roof rails that sit across the top, come with these tie down points as well. You've got multiple attachment points or holes along here, so you can attach these close together if you like, or further apart to suit the max track or the recovery tracks, or the solar panel that you're putting on there. So really customizable roof rack system, or take it off altogether if you don't need it at all and save yourself some weight and a little bit of noise and drag as well. That's all the features of the outside of Saber's Vertex 230 Saber Vertex rooftop tent, latest version of the Saber. Let's jump inside and check out the features in there. All right, now the ladder we climbed up is 2.8 meter telescopic ladder. You can fit that inside here when it's closed up, and you can fit bedding inside here as well. So a good amount of bedding will squash up inside here. More bedding you put in, the harder it is to close up. We've got a set up and pack down video. Check that out if you want to see those details. Now inside, 2.1 meters in length. I'll lie down shortly and show you how well I fit. 1.3 meters in width, so good space for a couple. Really good space for an individual, or perhaps an individual and his dog or her dog. Maximum internal height at the very peak here is 1.38 meters. So I'm sitting up, if 2 people wanted to sit up in here and play a game, if the weather's pretty bad, I'm sitting up probably just over halfway back in the tent here. Someone else can sit over there and got a bit of space in between. So not only room to lie down, but also space to sit up inside the tent. Now what I'm sitting on is a 60 mil foam mattress. So you've got 60 mil of mattress here, and then you've got a 1 centimeter anti-condensation mat underneath, and then the aluminium panel underneath. There are bolts underneath here where the rails underneath are attached. You can't feel these when they're sleeping on it. I've asked 230 about it. They said they've slept in it. They don't feel those things. They're not concerned. I'll lie down shortly and show you that you can't actually feel any of these. So if you're looking at that, seeing any shots, or if you see it in the store, don't be concerned about this. It's perfectly comfortable. One other thing I'll show you under here for setup, which we don't have set up at the moment, is this pole here, which is just for stability. You can set this up underneath here. It just holds the top of the tent. If you've got a bit of weight on top, perhaps a heavier solar panel, maybe you're pushing the 15 kilo limit. If you put this up, it just means in a really windy sort of environment, this isn't going to move up and down at all. This is going to give it a bit of extra stability, but you're probably not going to need that for the most part. Just tucks down the side here. If you don't need it, you won't even know it's there. It's to the side of where the mat sits as well, so you're not going to lie on it. Now I'll start at the back here. We've got about 30 centimeters of height here now. The old Saber used to come down to a bit of an envelope shape, or a point, so you lost a bit of space there. 30 centimeters of foot height, and you've now got this vent at the back here, which has got a flap here. You can close that up if you like, but also allows ventilation all around. Furthermore, to the side of that, you've got these vents which sit just inside the hinges on the outside. You can close them up as well, but adds more ventilation. The more ventilation you've got, the less condensation you've got. Above that, each side, you've got a little power access point here. So if you do want to put have power coming in from the outside, from a generator or something, you've got this little point here that you can run power in to run the power, or LED lights or fans, whatever you've got inside. The top of the roof here is a felt. It's a nice feeling felt, so it kind of muffles the sound and makes it not too sort of tinny, I suppose, inside. One other thing I haven't mentioned about the fabric is it does have the LST coating on the inside. So there's a black coating, makes it really dark inside here at the moment, which means if the sun comes up early, it's going to be nice and dark inside the tent, or if you want to sleep in, dark inside the tent so you're not woken up by bright lights. Also helps a little bit with keeping it a little bit cooler inside. Above that, you've got the organizer panel, and this has got multiple pockets in here, little media pockets, mesh pockets, 3 across the top here, 3 more right at the very top, another media pocket there. So heaps and heaps of storage. And then in front of that, you've got this Velcro strip here, which has got an LED light. This is included. This just attaches what we've got to a power bank here. The power bank's not included. You can just use any USB power bank to attach it to, and then you've got a little power adjustment thing, on-off switch and a dimming switch there. So that's included with the tent, LED lights inside, but you can use any LED lights you like inside the tent. Oh, we're on power. There is integrated power here. So in the corner here, this is an early model, so it's not wired in properly. This is the USB port the Anderson port that would be mounted on the bottom of the tent. And that comes to a little cigarette port here and some USB ports here that are inside the tent that just tuck in next to the mattress here. So you've got power inside the tent. So you've got the ability to run a wire inside with the zips that are up the top here, but you've also got the ability to somewhat hard mount power to the rooftop tent by having power come out from your vehicle underneath and plug in underneath the rooftop tent. And forward to that, you've got doors each side, so a double door here and then double door on the other side. These are both featured, have the same features. So you've got a mesh panel on the outside here that unzips. This would normally have does have both the solid and the mesh panel together. So you can zip both of them up if you like, or leave the mesh panel zipped up, just undo the solid panel there. So you've got ventilation. Solid panel can then just get rolled up down the side here. You've got tabs here to secure it if you like, or as we've done here, just tuck it in underneath your mat so it's out the way. Forward to that and above the main entry door is a vent. So this is a vent here that you can't close, that's open all the time, which is really important because high level ventilation in a tent almost eliminates condensation. It's really important to always have some ventilation, otherwise you're going to be wet inside the tent. So that's a panel that runs from here to here. It's got that PVC coated polyester mesh in there. And then underneath that, a double door. This has got mesh on the inside as well, and a solid panel on the outside and a stiffener bar in here. So when this rolls closed, you don't need to worry so much about Velcro. The stiffener bar stops it from flapping around, and it means it kind of seals when you zip it down from the outside. And that overlaps quite nicely, as you can see on the sides here. Overlaps the sides of the mesh panel here quite a bit, right down past it, seals on the bottom. Does have Velcro patches there. That stiffener bar helps it to seal nice and neatly. If you're wondering what this is the elastic strap used for setup and pack down. You'll see more on that in our setup and pack down video. Now, most importantly, comfort of the tent. I'm gonna lie down in here and I'm gonna leave my big size 12 boots on, because you can see I can fit my feet upright at the end there, and laying down, I've got heaps of space. I've got another good hand length, or just under a hand length above my head here. I've got space to wriggle my feet at the end there. So lots of room, and room next to me for a second person if I like, or if I just want to store gear during the night if I'm sleeping in here by myself. So heaps and heaps of room to sit up, heaps and heaps of room to lie down. In terms of those bolts underneath, if you are concerned about those, they need to have decent bolts here to make sure that mounting bracket is secured well. I'm having trouble even finding it there. It's just there. It's not a concern. I'm lying right along where the panel is at the moment. If that is a concern for you, I wouldn't worry about it. I can't feel anything there. But it is required to have a decent bolt there to make sure that those mounting brackets are securely attached to the rooftop tent. That is a walkthrough of 23Zero's Sabre Vertex rooftop tent. All the features everyone loved of the original Sabre rooftop tent, with all the extras people wished they had inside the rooftop tent, all included in one. Attach your awning on the side, don't even have to think about anything extra, it all comes in the same package. You can check these out online now at snowies.com.au.